Hi, my name is Rachel and I am a paralegal in the litigation team at Solicitors. Today I just want to give you a quick update on possession proceedings and the impact that COVID-19 has had on this. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the government introduced the Coronavirus Act, which was passed on the 25th of March 2020. This meant that from the 26th of March 2020, landlords had to give their tenants 3 months' notice before they could commence possession proceedings. This applies to Rent Act tenancies and tenancies which are governed by the Housing Act as well. So what does this mean for landlords? It basically means that landlords who are seeking to obtain possession based on a Section 21 notice, instead of the usual 2 months, they're now looking at giving them 3 months' notice. And where landlords are looking to rely on rent arrears, whereby they'd usually only have to give a 14-day notice, they now have to give a 3-month notice. And unfortunately, the 3 months notice applies to Section 8 notices, regardless of what the grounds are that the landlord is seeking to rely upon. On the 27th of March 2020, the court introduced Practice Direction 51Z. What this did was it set out that any possession action taken will now be suspended for a period of 90 days. So this applies to both new possession proceedings which are being issued to the court and any proceedings which are already going through the court process. In my experience though, courts are still continuing to issue possession proceedings. However, they are immediately staying them for the period of the 90 days. And I have heard and read from other people who work in this industry that some courts are rejecting them altogether and returning them to them. However, hasn't happened to me yet. You want to try and keep your relationships with your tenants in the best possible condition. You don't want to be in a space where they don't feel like they can come to you, they bury their heads in the sand, and then you end up with no rent payments at all. So if there's anything that I could give you, it would be, keep the lines of communication open. If you are concerned about your tenants, if you've already had issues with them, if they are failing to pay the rent and you want to consider issuing possession proceedings, you might want to consider doing this now. You've got to give that 3-month period, so you want to try and get that notice in as soon as possible so that you can issue possession proceedings at the earliest opportunity for you. So if I can offer any advice to landlords in these uncertain times, it would be try and keep the lines of communication open with your tenants. They're going through a rough time like you are. They may be in a position where they may have been furloughed or they may have been let go from their jobs, and they might not be in a position where they can pay the rent. If you try and keep those lines of communication open, hopefully if they do fall into any trouble, they will come to you, they will discuss it with you, and hopefully you can try and arrange something. You don't want to be in a position where you don't have a great relationship. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this update. If you do have any questions or want any clarification on anything I've discussed today, then please do feel free to contact me. However, thank you for listening and stay safe.